Alright guys, so I'm going to try to make this snappy and quick here, but LEGO currently has a Cyber Monday sale going on, and if you don't know, Cyber Monday is basically just Black Friday the sequel. That's become a thing over the past decade or so, but LEGO has a Cyber Monday sale going on, and a lot of these sets are just really good deals, and I just want to go through and kind of talk about which of these sets are actually good deals and which ones might be trying to maybe trick you into thinking that they're good deals. I'm just going to go through one at a time. I'm going to go through quickly here, just to not stall on for too long. The first one on the list is just this Christmas table decoration for $28, normally $40 in the US, and 433 pieces. I think that honestly, $28 is just kind of a fair price for this. It's not an excellent price. If this looks nice to you, if this looks like something that you would want, then by all means, it's not a bad deal. But really, $28, you could definitely get better than that. The next one we have here is the Fantastical Treehouse from the LEGO Dreams line. This right here, I really want to talk about. $66, normally $110. Now, there are some of these sets where you cut down the price and you think it's a good deal, but when you really break it down, you realize that it was just really expensive before, and now it's at a fair price. This one, I think, is a really good deal. Normally 1,257 pieces, or always 1,257 pieces. Normally 110, now 65 or $66. If we're looking at price to part ratio, or even just volume of stuff, I think that this is a really fantastic deal. If this looks like something cool to you, then by all means go ahead and get it. It does have me a little bit worried because the fact that so many of these dream sets are going on sale means that they're probably not selling well. But this one, I mean, it's a really great deal for the amount of stuff that you're getting. Really, really solid. We have another dream set here. This one is the Sandman's Tower, I believe, if it would load. There we go. $63 used to be $90. Not a great deal in my opinion, especially if you look at that price to part. 723 pieces for 63 bucks, and this is a LEGO original theme. I think 63 is around what it should have been in the first place. 90 was probably just too much for this. I think it's a really cool looking set though. I've always liked some of these designs for these dream sets, and this one is no exception. It looks fantastic. I love the little gears on the side. But 63 I think is pretty much just fair for what you're getting here. It's nothing spectacular. This one right here makes me a little bit angry. This is the Pumpkin Farm from the Minecraft theme. Originally $40, now $24. This is just one of those cases where it was way too expensive before. 24 or around the 25 mark is what this should have been in the first place. This is just you're just paying what you should be paying for this if you get it. Not a bad set, but it's a $25 set that was originally $40, and now once it's on sale now, it's a fair price. So I don't know. I've got mixed thoughts about that one. Definitely one of those where you're not really getting a sale price. This one I'm not going to click on just because it's very brief, but this is one of those ornament sets, gingerbread ornaments, $13 before, $7.79 now. It's a pretty decent deal. That's a pretty solid deal. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. This one's actually a really good deal as well. It's the Palace from Aladdin. I like these kind of Disney miniature palace and castle sets. I really appreciate it. I think that other than the castles themselves, like the Cinderella Castle and the Sleeping Beauty Castle, I really don't think the other ones are selling well. We've gotten this and the Haunted Mansion, and those two continuously go on sale. $24 for this though is pretty solid. It's not bad at all, especially for 500 pieces, even though a lot of the pieces are really tiny. Still a really solid deal there. Here we have the Everyone is Awesome set, and I have loved this set since the day it came out. I love how it's just basically a minifigure parts pack disguised as like a rainbow set, kind of just an homage to Pride Month and all that sort of stuff. Originally $35, now $25 essentially. I think it's a pretty good deal, especially considering the fact I think there's 10 minifigures here, 11 maybe. It's a really solid deal. 11, it says it right there. Yeah, $25 I think is really fair for this. I have no issues with that whatsoever. Next one we have here is just kind of a Cruella and Maleficent brickhead set. These are usually priced about where they should be, usually $10 per brickhead. 14 bucks is not a bad deal for this. It just depends on whether you want it, I guess. I'm not going to click on this one either. This is just the wreath, normally $100, now $80. And I mean, when you look at price to part, it looks pretty good. but I just don't see $100 here. I think 80 makes more sense. Even less than that would be solid for me. But that's really one that's up to opinion. We have what would this be? This would be 6 BrickHeads here. One of them is tiny though. The Phantom Menace, basically just characters from The Phantom Menace, the first episode of Star Wars. Originally $55, which I thought was actually a fair price considering the amount that you're getting and the part count and all that sort of stuff. $33 here for 732 pieces, actually a really solid deal. That's really, really good. This one, 434 pieces, the Dream Village, normally $30, now $18. That's actually a really, really solid deal as well. Man, I can't believe I have to talk about this set again. The Hoopty from Captain Marvel, originally $90, now $54, and at $54, it's still overpriced. I mean, it's a fair price. If this was originally priced at $54, I wouldn't really bat an eye too much. But considering this is its sale price, no, it's not worth that. It's not worth that at all. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted this set, now would be the chance to get it. But I don't know. I kind of hate the set. It was just overpriced from the beginning, and it's hard for it to be a fair price these days. The Endgame Final Battle set, again, I think this one was kind of overpriced. $60 for it, though, is actually really solid, especially considering the fact that you get that Thanos big figure. I have no issue with $60 for this. I think that would be a really, really solid price for it to be normally. I'm going to go through some of these a little bit quicker now, just for the sake of time. I don't want to drag on for too long. We have a Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban BrickHeads pack, originally $50, now $40. Nothing crazy there, still a good deal though. The BTS set, Dynamite, originally $100, which was way too much for it originally, now $60. I don't think $60 is a fantastic price, it's just a fair price from what I can tell. The Alien pack, normally $15, which I honestly didn't mind that price, $10.49 now. I actually added one of these to my bag, and I'm thinking I'll buy it. The Jade Rabbit, this one, I mean, if you want it, then it's a pretty good price for it. I'm not really overly fond of the set, but you know, $12 instead of 20, that's really solid. I am going to click on this because this right here is the best deal on here in my opinion. Originally $32, now $20 essentially for 426 pieces. There are essentially 3 sets in this. This right here is a $20 set, this is a $10 set, and this is a $5 set. So really like a $35 value for 20 bucks, and there's a lot going on here. I already have both of these sets, and I still put it in my cart just because I think it's worth it to get another one. Everything else on here really isn't that interesting to me. You have a Mario set right here, which is actually a really solid deal if it looks good to you. Originally $80, now $48, and it has over 1,000 pieces, so that's really solid. Looks like a Sonic set, originally $50 and now $35, but really if you look at the part count and what's included, I think $35 is probably what it should have been in the first place. Some BrickHeads right here, one of those Wish sets, and of course the Wish sets are going to go on sale because that movie was a major flop, and all of the Wish merchandise is going on sale. Carousel Ride, really not that much cheaper than it was originally. Sunken Ship from Mario, I believe, really not that much cheaper either. I mean, a little bit. I really like the Ant-Man construction figure. I think 22 is a really good deal for it. I guess if you're looking at price to part ratio, it's not that fantastic, but I really like the set. I'm not even going to talk about this. This set was overpriced to begin with, and I still wouldn't pay $28 for this, if I'm being totally honest. I know that it's a junior set, but I just wouldn't pay that much for it. I think that everything else on here, honestly, is pretty in the middle. I'm not really too interested with everything else on this list. I think it's all just kind of okay. We got some keychains towards the end, a lot of Wish merchandise from Disney's Wish, sorry, and that's to be expected because that movie, again, was just such a major flop. I mean, there's really just not much going on for that there. But that's about it. I mean, other than some keychains towards the end, which are solid deals, I'm not going to talk about this. This was way too overpriced to begin with, and I still don't think I'd pay 18 bucks for it. This set is, I mean, it's an absurd set. Yeah, I mean, that pretty much covers it. Be sure to let me know in the comments below if any of these sets pique your interest or if you plan on buying any at all. If you liked this video, if you made it this far, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.